Yo, and welcome to another edition of WWLeeTV with my good friend, once again.
Hello on the Black White Soul.
We are back. Again.
Back again. There's
been less of a gap this time, so apologies for all those other ones where we said that we're going to be back soon and we've gone
basically, at the end of this, we're probably not going to specify a time we're going to do another one, but we will do another one.
We will do another one.
We will do.
So, how you been, dude?
Yes, I am good, and I'm getting into LARPing.
Yeah, you said. I saw your picture.
Yes.
You bought yourself
so I have a
nice little
dagger and loads of pouches and stuff. For any of you that don't know, my name LARPing is live action roleplay. Literally think Dungeons and Dragons, but you actually go out in a forest and try and do this. So literally, I've made my character Blake White, who is a mage, and come up with a backstory for him, stuff he likes, stuff he doesn't like. And so far we've done a little tavern meet, and then I think this weekend I might actually go for a bit of combat training with swords, how to hit. And I've got a little soft dagger. I don't know.
Is this for when you do your forest proper?
Yes, we've got a proper one is scheduled for the 15th actually.
Oh, nice.
Which will probably be some sort of venture. I have no idea how it actually all works. I've watched some online, but doing it yourself is a whole different thing. So that should be.
You're gonna love LARPing the real girl from Supernatural when you get to that episode.
Oh yes, I have seen that one with Felicia Day.
Yeah,
she is.
This
legend.
is what I picture when I imagine LARPing now.
Yeah. Well, it's actually because of her and her YouTube channel Geek and Sundry, which she actually produced a little mini TV series called World of LARP, which is literally a little comedy drama series set about a load of LARPers. It's actually quite good. You should check it out.
I'll check it out.
And check them out.
I will.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate at least Felicia Day. She's yummy.
But no, we respect women here.
Yeah, we do.
How are you? You've been yourself, yeah?
Yeah, I've got a week off. I'm enjoying it. It's sunny, and I'm not too sure how I feel about sun. I quite like cold, rainy days, because when you want to chill out indoors and watch TV or play games, it's too hot.
Oh yeah, I don't see the point in sun.
I prefer winter
gets in the
now.
way, yes.
Yeah, I've really gone off sun.
I wish winter was coming.
I only like sun when I'm on holiday or trying to do a barbecue. Other than that, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm having a good week. I booked a holiday a little while ago to Dominican Republic for July.
So if anyone wants to go join him,
yeah. A little romantic week away by myself. No, I'm going with a couple of friends. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be good. Again, that's the only time I like the sun. So gold sandy beaches. But yeah, it's good. Catching up with some WWE Network today. Just chilling. Now we're going to be doing this podcast discussing Payback.
Yeah.
We watched it on Monday.
We did.
You've watched Raw. I've only watched highlights. Yeah, I'm just being lazy.
Start off with the pre-show. You haven't watched the pre-show, have you?
No. I haven't watched the pre-show.
I know of the pre-show, the fact that about to say Jericho. No, Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin had a match on the pre-show. Can you tell me what happened with that?
All I know is who won, and I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, that didn't really appear much on Raw either.
No.
So Dolph Ziggler beats Baron Corbin, this new guy you're trying to turn into the monster.
It's the pattern of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Just doesn't do anything. It's a curse.
It's the Andre the Giant curse. That's what it is.
It is. So much for the push that they deserve once they win that.
I'll go on record. I'm not a fan of Baron Corbin. He's got an alright gimmick, but I just don't like his in-ring. And
I don't like him as a person.
Yeah, exactly. When I've seen backstage stuff with me, he's just a horrible, horrible person.
Yeah.
But even when he first started NXT, they managed to get this gimmick going where the crowd actually counted how long his matches went. Because he literally would get in the ring, he'd end a days, and boom, pin. So his matches would last about 30 seconds. So literally they would just have the crowd, as soon as the match started, they would start counting. A whole crowd in unison just counting. Corbin would win, and that was it. That sort of got him semi-over. That's kind of what you need with a new person. So all we know now is just he's just a guy that's now on. As much as I love Ziggler, Ziggler's a nothing now.
Well,
he's a nobody. So they're now on this level where they can just switch wins. Yay!
Yeah, I thought maybe just before Mania was getting Ziggler chatting to the authority I think, oh, maybe this is the beginning of something, but really it wasn't. It was just a smokescreen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shame for both of them, really. But, yeah.
Yeah. And the other match that was on the pre-show, a literal WrestleMania repeat of Ryback versus Kalisto.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Ryback. Have you heard about stuff?
Yes, so let's start off with this match. In his entrance,
he wore
he wore a thing saying pre-show stopper, because of course, like, Shawn Michaels is the show stopper.
Yeah.
He's the pre-show stopper. Also, when he did his entrance, he did his usual arm swingies up and down, then stopped. He got down on one knee, rubbed the ground.
No, he didn't.
He looked at his wrist, checked a watch. Did that in Chicago, Illinois.
Talk about trolling.
Yes. Yeah.
Did they boo him?
They booed him hard. I won't lie. The match was actually really good. Him and Kalisto, because I literally watched that match before I came here. And it was actually a really good match. They're going back. Ryback, I'm a very love-hate thing with. Mainly hate. I've never been a huge fan of him. He kind of got pushed too soon, too fast. But he has been improving over the years. And like when I've seen, unlike Baron Corbin, who just seems a dick in backstage things, he actually comes off as a guy that really does love wrestling. And is like passionate about it. And then of course, I'm assuming that you've seen this sort of tweet/message thing he's put out.
Yeah, there's been stuff going around.
Have you actually seen the message itself?
From Ryback himself, no. No.
So there was a thing that he walked out on Raw, like walked out of Raw.
Really?
But he didn't actually, he actually requested that until they solve their contract issues that he just be taken off TV.
Right.
But then he's actually released this statement, which is, he starts off by saying, our money issues have been sorted. Me and the company are square on where we sit with money, even though the rest of the message does contain money things, but it's more, he's then in an industry that is based on predetermined winners and losers. Why do the people that keep winning just get so much more money? Because they wouldn't be where they were if they didn't have the people to win over.
Yeah.
So it's like quite a big in-depth thing.
Point.
It is. It does. He could have worded it better, but in there is like a really good thing, especially because it is the people that keep winning the matches, get the more money. Already you have the merchandise stuff that subsides their sort of pay. There
is a brain between those ears.
There is, and I say he cares about the business, and he did like say this, going, well, I'm just not happy. The thing I wanted to do in my life is get to WWE. I'm here, and I'm not happy. So I could either shut up and just carry on, or I could say something, risk my career, and then maybe move on. But
I've got to say, more power to him, because I think a lot of the issues backstage is a lot of the superstars are afraid to stand up for themselves.
Oh, 100%.
All I hear is it's like walking on eggshells out the back. And he's
Titus O'Neil
gets suspended, and Adam Rose defending himself,
and that got cut off suddenly.
Yeah,
because wasn't he released a tweet sort of saying, "Oh, this might be career suicide, but I'll release an updated
reason,
bigger detail," and that never came to light.
Nope. But yeah, like Ryback, definitely more power to him for stepping up and defending himself, because a lot of the issues, obviously, we don't hear about.
Yeah.
And he's highlighted a big one.
It's the company. Unless you're a Chris Jericho, a John Cena, you have, like, no say.
No. You do as we're told.
Exactly. And as soon as you sort of step out of line, you get Dolph Ziggler. Because he's a guy that sort of, he roughs people the wrong way. But what? You're telling me that Austin didn't get on Vince McMahon's nerves, sort of, like, saying stuff? Anyone.
They had physical disputes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what kind of day and age we're living in where you just can't defend yourself, speak up for yourself in WWE. I still think a lot of it is Vince.
Yep.
But maybe that'll change one day.
Well, it's the sad thing that it's going to probably take his death for it to change.
Oh, yeah.
Because he can't not work.
No, not at all. But, wow.
Good
on Ryback, though. Good on Ryback. So, did we have another match in the pre-show?
No, that was pretty much it for the pre-show. Nothing else happened. So then we got into our main show, which unfortunately It started a bit weird because it started literally with the New Day coming out before it even did any sort of title card or anything.
Yep.
But I love the New Day. They're fantastic. They came out, did their promo, setting up for the finals of the tag team tournament.
They're winning me over.
They are.
They are definitely
They
winning me
then
over.
sat at the side with beanbags and pizza, and we're ready to enjoy the show. Unfortunately, we did get a bad start because of... Well, if you listen to this, you probably know that Enzo Amore got hurt quite badly.
Yeah.
Hitting the rope and then whiplashing back onto the mat, and then by the time he hit the outside, he was just out.
He was gone. Like, you look at... I mean, they replayed it a lot, and it was hard to watch, but you could see in his eyes he was out cold, and he wasn't moving, and it was a scary moment, especially when you see the ref do the X sign, and then they keep the cameras on the commentary.
Well, it's like Gotch actually went to go and grab him, and like, the ref is like,
no. You don't touch someone like that.
But
I mean, it probably wasn't to know, because he was at a bad angle.
It's hard, because literally he climbed out the ring and went to grab him. In his head, he's probably thinking, oh, Enzo's probably forgotten his spot or something, and just gone out to do what you do when you wrestle, and then like the ref's like, no. I should have gotten on a bit quicker.
Yeah, Austin destroyed Gotch for that on his podcast.
Oh, really?
You don't throw him that hard, you don't throw him that close, and don't ever go and touch a wrestler when that happened. But in his defence, it was a bad angle.
Yeah.
And he, as I watched it back, he immediately turns around to do a taunt, so he didn't know what was going on.
No, and it is hard, like, it is... I've been in a ring, I've not been in a WWE ring. It's hard to judge size and distance. And again, these guys have only come up to the main roster. I think an NXT ring is actually slightly smaller than a WWE ring.
Bret Hart was obviously at Payback, and I was reading an interview with him, and he was saying how much harder those ropes are in the main WWE ring. And like, backstage was just, it was scary.
Yeah.
And Ric Flair looked like he'd been shot in the chest through nerves, and he said, oh, I think he's broken his neck.
Oh, God.
Like, the demeanour over everyone was like that black cloud over them, you know.
Which was noticeable when Kevin Owens came out. Where you could tell there was sort of like those. It was a bit of that wet glaze over the eyes, whereas like he was holding back some like tears, and it was just not his usual self when he came out.
No, bless him. But it was a scary moment, and they kept the cameras on Cole and everyone. But they done a real professional thing. They kept us up to date all night with what was going on with Enzo, because
they thankfully didn't just hide it. They just admitted it was going on. And
I think the moment we saw him getting taken out on gas and air, we just think, oh shit, you know. But thank God he's all right.
Yeah. But as we got later that night, there was a fantastic tweet by Kevin Owens of just him, with like Kaz suited up, sort of going to see Enzo.
Yeah.
Like, people have said, unfortunately, that suit does quite look like a funeral suit he turned up. Like, did he expect things had gotten that bad with Enzo?
Just a real quick.
And then I don't quite know why Enzo was still in the hospital dressing gown while outside, sort of giving the thumbs up.
The thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take that home.
Would you not go put your clothes on?
Back to Payback.
Yeah, I'll be honest, like, even going home in, like, well, Enzo's really weird as it is wrestling attire. It's probably better than just a gown with your ass hanging out.
But bless Owens, though.
Yeah.
In that picture, he must have gone straight from the event to see him. Because he did look concerned.
And also, like, they did the smart move. The Kevin Owens, if it was meant to be next, it was the perfect choice, because they have a nice, lengthy video package that goes into it. And this video package is fantastic. Really goes over the history of Sami and Kevin, and does a lot for like the people that have no idea who Sami Zayn is. It does a lot to like tell them, which is more than any of these just like 10-minute matches. They just shove him in and quite often actually have Sami Zayn lose.
Yep.
But no, and this match, it was a bit of a bad atmosphere, but these two guys went for it, and they really got the crowd back into sort of the show.
They did. And I was looking forward to this match the most.
Oh, God, yeah.
And what I like is, the first thing I like is the fact that we had a video package to one of the mid-card matches. 2, there was no stipulation to it. And 3, it was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And they exceeded my expectations. And I'm going to, seeing as we're on it, I'm going to say it is my match of the night.
Oh, yeah. I'm 100% with you there.
Yeah. They will, oh, man. Because they're friends, they went for it. They didn't hold back on their punches.
Oh, no.
They were stiff.
I was surprised to have a clean Kevin Owens win over Sami Zayn.
No, I predicted that it would end in a no contest. Kevin Owens gets DQ'd, but he won clean.
Yeah.
Which is surprising.
Which, well, you can take whatever you mean. WWE's 50-50 booking does make it hard to sort of see what a win actually means nowadays. But hopefully it means there's something for Kevin, because then they also did give him interview time afterwards, even though it was him forcing Byron Saxton, ask me a question, Byron.
He is so good on the mic. He's so good at being a heel that everyone loves. Just the way he whispered into the ear of Byron Saxton. It's like, ask me how about the win.
And just so natural, and just he knows his character inside and out, and he knows how to respond to any situation, and he is very quick to incorporate things that go on.
Yeah. He's just really solid worker. He's so entertaining. He's probably my favourite at the minute on the main card.
And then after that interview segment, we got him on commentary as well.
We did.
How do you wear a cowboy hat over headphones? Let's take that off.
It was just the little touches, he switched the chair so he could be on a more comfortable one. He gave Byron the steel chair.
Just the constant berating of Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Just well, does that really mean you deserve a title shot? Does that really mean you're a good commentator, does it, Cole?
Yeah.
Just so good.
So good.
While he was actually still bleeding from the nose because of those shots.
Yeah. He was out at ringside for out in the ring and at ringside for nearly an hour, I think.
He's been so tired.
Exhausted.
So, because he was out for our next match, which was Miz versus Cesaro.
Oh.
Again, I'm actually really loving this. The Miz having Maurice added to his gimmick has just 100% reinvigorated his character. You can you can feel that he is enjoying it a lot more than what he was sort of stuck doing. He is so into this.
He's got to be happier. His wife's with him on the road now.
He's got to be happy. His wife.
Yeah. Oh, look at her. But the red carpet, just the way they are together, they do so well together. Great little team. And this is probably my favourite Miz match ever. Ever. And he's main evented Mania.
Yes.
But this is really good. And if anyone could take him through a good match, it's Cesaro.
Yeah, and again, the fact they're giving him some sort of gimmick means they're actually doing something with him.
Yeah.
He's got the James Bond, the suits.
He's really trying to find himself. And you've got to respect that. He's really trying.
It must have hurt when he heard Vince McMahon say, he just doesn't have charisma.
It's unbelievable. Of course he has charisma.
He doesn't connect. You look at the Cesaro section. Which is literally that just means the crowd now. Yeah. That is the Cesaro section.
Yeah, he's winning everyone over. And he's so good in the ring. His James Bond thing when he enters, it's just nice little touches that's making him his own little entity now. It's so good.
And with this, I wasn't too upset about this match getting interrupted because they incorporated Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, because of course Zayn came out of nowhere, just dives across the table at Owens.
Yeah.
And then they brawl, gets into the ring, and that messes up the match.
Yeah.
Which then, of course, we're now on this path for them joining the IC title, which I'm fine. I would have been happy for either of these feuds just to continue on their own.
Split off, yeah.
But I can kind of see this being the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn thing. Their feud is just, eternal. It never stops. Whatever happens, they kind of they'll cross-section, probably go off to other people, but it will always come back to Sami versus Owens.
Yeah, rightly so.
A bit like Austin Rock. They would go off their own ways, but a lot of time it would just come back to Austin versus Rock.
Yeah, definitely. This, I'm looking forward, if they do the Fatal 4-Way match at Extreme Rules, it's gonna be a classic.
Yep.
So, yeah. Who out of those four, who would you like to see as champ?
Oh, Kevin Owens. I'm 100% a Kevin Owens mark.
Absolutely.
The guy is phenomenal. He can talk. He doesn't have the abs that Vince wants, but he has size. He has skill. He has talking. He's just the whole package.
He really is. Yeah. Definitely. I'm with you there. Kevin Owens all the way. So that leads us on to our next match, and that is. 1 second, I've got my list here. A little bit behind, but it was Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho.
Yes.
In a feud that's continuing, and it was a good match.
That tone is literally just sums it all up. It's fine. The storyline going into it has been fine. Them together is fine. Match was fine.
Yeah.
I can't say a single standout moment from it.
No, it was what it was.
It was just a fine match.
Yeah, it's those two are good workers, and I think Jericho brings the best out of Dean, and then Dean kind of brings out some of the best in Jericho.
And Jericho's really embracing this heel character of his.
Oh, he loves it.
Oh my god, you stupid man!
He was made to be a heel.
Yeah.
He was made to be a heel. I love him heel. So they had a good match, and I actually kind of thought that would maybe Jericho's last match for a while.
Well, he even put out a tweet apparently saying Bon Voyage, I'm out, but yeah.
But yeah.
And of course, on Raw, we'll remember poor Mitch.
Mitch
exploded over the back of Dean Ambrose's head.
That went everywhere.
That was good.
Yeah.
Good gimmicked pot, I assume.
Yeah.
So they sort of allowed a headshot?
They're going to take their feud into Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Will Mitch come back?
Yeah. Just what? A plant grows out of the middle of the ring. Like a big Venus laugh.
Mitch too.
Or gets a cactus.
Yeah.
Oh. That's CZW stuff, doing a cactus shot. Oh.
But yeah, those two, I think that probably will be Jericho's last match at Extreme Rules. But
I can't say really anything negative about it. I can't say things overly positive, and the fact it's continuing, I'm just fine. It's good.
It'll be very gimmicky, that match.
Two solid guys in a solid feud, getting some time, getting a video package again.
Yep.
Good.
Next we lead on to another good women's match. Charlotte taking on...
Good match. Nowhere near as good as the original Natalya versus Charlotte match in NXT. No. That just worked. Again, this was just a really solid match. Two girls going at it, but it's the ending.
Now, Bret Hart was obviously there, which is great. Kind of sheepishly walked down to the ring. I mean, bless him, he's only just had pancreatic cancer and had surgery.
In his podcast, he actually literally did say, I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
But, Natty, I'll come.
It's his niece.
Yeah.
And he had Flair, so that was quite cool.
Which he hates. Well, I think that they've used to hate. I
think they're amicable now.
Yeah.
But
Drink.
Yeah, the ending.
It's just like it was literally the Montreal Screwjob. They involved little Nate, which is Charles Robinson, the referee.
It was so forced.
It was. You could have done this so many... If you wanted to do this sort of finish, you could literally had Ric Flair go over to the desk, ring the bell to get Charlotte out of like a submission, or at least distract Nasty long enough to be like, why is the ref ringing the bell? And then Charlotte rolls her up.
Yeah.
But this was just stupid. Frankly, if you actually put any thought into it, shouldn't Charles Robinson be fired now?
Well...
Because, it's a ref that just decided to sort of go into business for himself. Unless you want to turn Charles Robinson into a character, which I really don't think they want to do. Well, they didn't
turn Scott Armstrong into one, so...
But you haven't really seen him much since, have you?
But you haven't seen him since.
That was kind of his thing, and they did use him again. Was that WrestleMania or something, where they got him to, run to the ring for Daniel Bryan?
They did, didn't they?
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was literally because that was Scott Armstrong's, last one, because I don't remember him really being...
I haven't seen him since.
And I assume they're not getting rid of Charles Robinson.
No, I doubt it.
So this A makes him look a bit shit and is a bit weird putting heat on a referee. And B, it's do you need to do this to Bret Hart? You've made up with the guy. Do you need to keep throwing the Montreal Screwjob into his face?
It's 19 years old, that story.
Could you not, Vince, just not enjoy the fact that you've got Bret Hart still alive?
Yeah.
And have him on your pay-per-view to add, credence to the woman's title. It's just disrespectful more than anything.
It really is. I know they want to make a bigger deal out of the women's wrestling and the stories coming out of it. But to recycle a story like that, I think coming up with an original one, would have kind of given the match a bit more substance. It would have been better if it
was a clean match.
Yeah.
Or even if there was just a little bit of cheating at the end just to get that win. But... anything but just doing, it's Bret Hart, so you're going to do the screw job. Bret, you remember that time you absolutely hated us?
Yeah.
And it put your career into a downward spiral.
Yeah.
Then your brother was killed. You ended up getting hit in the head and having fits and seizures and stuff. Good. There we go. Cheers. Yeah. Thanks, WWE. Good. He's likely to come back and do a lot more for you now, isn't he?
Yeah. It's a stupid booking.
Which means no matter how good this match was, I find it hard to look past this shitty ending.
Really shitty.
Probably shouldn't be looking away from the microphone. That might not help things. But, you know, I'm angry.
You're angry. You gotta vent. People are here. I'll turn it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that wasn't great.
I think if this is it, Roman Reigns, he'll be getting turned down now. Oh, they're being negative.
Oh, good. Turn that down.
Oh, my God. Oh, who is the backstage man? That's
Kevin Dunn.
Kevin Dunn. Because there's some pictures from Payback of, the Roman Reigns signs that say, when it rains, it pours. Well, there's some pictures of Roman Reigns, and in the background there's a sign that says, when it rains, it pours. But now it doesn't. All it says, when it rains, big blank yellow space.
No, it doesn't.
So they've just coloured over the balls.
When it rains, is all it says.
Yes, there's a sign that says, when it rains.
Can they just edit in another word?
I know, if they don't think. It's just, when it rains, that's just the best.
Do they really think we're that naive? Oh, man. Oh. But we'll be getting on to rain soon, so we can discuss that a bit more. But next up, we get the half an hour long for what felt like an
hour long segment of Raw that should have been on Raw.
Should have been on Raw, or just I don't know.
Shouldn't have been.
Just shouldn't have been a thing. But we get Vince out, and bless him, he was one of his stronger performances on the mic, but it kind of gets dragged out by Stephanie, who is just getting better and better on the mic. But
she is phenomenal. I was watching Raw from 1999. Stephanie has gotten better from 1999. Funnily enough, at that period in time, there is a McMahon power struggle. Shane has taken over the company with the corporate ministry. He is your heel. Ooh, he is the booed asshole McMahon, while Vince is sort of the cheered one trying to protect his little daughter and his wife. It's just... That was 17 years ago.
Blimey.
17 years later, they're still making the show about the McMahons.
Oh, yeah.
People that aren't professional wrestlers in the world wrestling entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
But the show's still all about them. That's what matters.
It always will be. It's like, it's their, it's the family's company. I think as long as Vince is around, the McMahons will be the centerpiece for any major storylines. They'll interweave with everything going on, somehow. But this one here was just so... the way they scripted it was just so boring. Mm-hmm. And the half hour felt like an hour, and all it really come to was this sitting on the fence.
You're both going to run it. Yeah,
you're both going to run it. It just kind of makes the build to WrestleMania seem like, just a waste of time.
The new era, which is like, when Ric Flair and Vince had co-ownership, or when Austin and Bischoff had co-ownership, or when they've done co-ownerships with various things, or it's about the McMahons, which, as I say, watching Raw from 17 years ago, Raw was about the McMahons. Austin and The Rock literally only just appeared in the main event of a Raw because the show was about the McMahons. These 17-year-old characters.
It's
the new era!
Yeah, the new era starts Raw with Stephanie coming out.
Yeah, it does. Doing a promo.
Yeah.
Yeah, new era.
It's bollocks. That's all I have to say about that. It was a waste of time, and it was a definite toilet break match segment, but it was what it was. We'll just see what comes of it. But yeah, we go from that into
main event.
Best Roman Reigns match I've seen in a long time.
Yes. Like his one with Daniel Bryan was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think the one with WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar was good. Triple H was not.
This was better than the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Which, I don't know, maybe if there hadn't have been 6 hours beforehand, we might have been a bit more appreciative of that. But because we were exhausted, it was late, I don't think anyone really had it in them to attempt to even forgive.
No.
that. But no this was fantastic. I was really concerned. You've got the babyface AJ Styles, the fan favourite, the wrestling internet crowd that the WWE executives like to hate, but basically rely upon.
Yeah. It's
this guy, this short 5'9", 5'10" guy against the new John Cena with greasy hair.
The baby face that everyone cheers.
Yeah, I was so scared it was literally going to be like a 10-minute squash.
Yeah.
The beginning did scare me a little bit, but you do there is a size difference. You cannot deny that. Roman Reigns is a much bigger, intimidating guy.
Yes.
And they did do that. It was the big man trying to get a hold of the little man.
Yeah.
Power versus
speed on his side, yeah.
But then they did let AJ and Roman sort of just go for it.
Went for it.
And then, of course, we had the amazing, phenomenal forearm just through the table, out of nowhere from the ring. And AJ Styles wins. AJ Styles wins the match. Unfortunately, it was count out.
Yeah.
AJ beat Roman Reigns. And then Shane McMahon comes out going, no, in the new era, this is going to be about the McMahons. So McMahon, match carry on. Remember McMahons. Goes off to the back.
It's the new era. McMahons are involved.
Yeah.
It's so stupid, but the match restarts.
And then we carry on. We get a Roman Reigns Superman dick punch. And AJ Styles beats Roman Reigns for the second time by DQ.
Yeah.
And then McMahon comes out.
Yeah,
McMahon. And then McMahon goes. We remember McMahon said a thing. And the match continues with no DQ.
Yeah.
And again, these guys just then really go for it. They're exchanging, looking even. Roman is selling. Roman needs to get better in the facial department, but they put on a really good match. And of course, as we expected, Bullet Club.
Yeah.
They make their appearance, hit the boot of doom. I bought into these false finishes. Yeah. I was on the edge of my seat.
I did. They didn't affect the speed and the feel of the match. If anything, it helped towards it because we were both literally like on the edge of our seats.
I'll be honest, I wasn't too negative on like the match getting restarted like it did.
No.
With those, that was fine. It's just the fact we had a half-an-hour segment before, and of course what comes after.
Yeah.
The two little interrupts just to carry on the match, that's actually fine. And it did add to, like, it gives a reason for this to be instantly rematched.
Yeah.
Because it was like 2 victories versus 1.
It just proves how damn good AJ is and why he deserves to be in the main event spot.
Yeah.
Instead of getting put straight into mid-card, he can really hold his own against someone like Reigns.
Exactly. And if he can get a really good match out of Reigns, he can have a good match with anyone on that roster.
Honestly, some of the near falls. Oh man, if AJ had won,
I know.
I think there'd be a leash-shaped hole in my living room ceiling. Oh, it'd been so good, but
no, it does come down to it, and they do it fair enough. Misses the phenomenal forearm, caught with the spear. 1, 2, 3. Reigns is still your champion, and that's it. Literally before Reigns even gets a chance to celebrate, McMahon's, all 3 McMahons standing around.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's, let's not go for the guys that just put their bodies on the line, entertaining us. Don't, at least, as much as like Roman's getting booed and stuff, give him a moment to celebrate.
Yeah.
Give AJ time to sell the fact that he couldn't get it done, and the Bullets and the Usos. Well, I can't really call them the Bullet, but screw it, the Bullet Club.
The Bullet Club.
Well, the Club, as they keep sort of getting referred to.
Job Club.
Just like them sort of showing their emotions of how they feel about this situation.
Yeah.
But no, we have to go to the McMahon saying, "Wow, that was great. I was gonna have a rematch."
Yeah, because they actually cut Reigns off. I think it's due to time constraints. They cut Reigns' celebration off really quick at Mania, and they didn't give him one for retaining at Payback.
Yeah. Which I'd say at WrestleMania, when you've overrun by like 40 minutes, maybe just cutting it is
fine. But
on this pay-per-view, no.
Yeah, at least let him, have the camera finish on him, but. Ends on the
and then, that could have been the
promo
promo at the beginning of Raw, was like, AJ's going to get a rematch.
Yeah.
He didn't have to, suddenly take it away from Roman That could have been like, oh, going off, Roman Reigns is your champion. What will happen to AJ and yada yada yada.
Yeah. I just want to see an end to the McMahons as the authority.
Yeah,
I think we need a GM that isn't a McMahon and just come in completely freshen things up.
Yep.
And I know there always needs to be a booker. Someone needs to come in between these people that are feuding and say,
I don't want to see a McMahon on my screen.
But
Even
no.
Shane, I don't want to see him on my screen.
No.
Happy, go do your McMahon stuff. We need new characters.
Yeah.
Give us, like, not a heel authority figure. So bored of that.
Do you know what I think would be really good?
What?
Daniel Bryan. When he's better
yeah.
and he's not hurting emotionally about not being involved, I think having a Daniel Bryan in as a babyface GM will be really good. He does that for a few months. I think it'll be a really fresh change of pace. And then he gets someone else in running it alongside of him that's a heel. I don't know, like, I'd really like to see Regal back.
Well, that's literally what he does on NXT.
And have
He's
Daniel
their commissioner.
Bryan and Regal come in. And they're battling it out over who wants what on Raw.
I'd be happy for the main roster to copy the NXT style. Where literally the commissioner just leaves the guys do their own thing. If there's a dispute, he'll come out, say his piece, and go. And then the storyline is just between the wrestlers.
Yeah.
The guys in the ring. So you don't end up with a 38-year-old businessman fighting one of your legends in his last ever match.
The McMahons will always have to stroke their egos, and they can't not be on TV anymore. I don't think that they could get over themselves enough to take themselves off TV, unfortunately. But as Ricky said, something like NXT do would be fantastic. It would give the superstar so much more credibility. Yeah, it really would.
So let's get into a quick Raw things. I was
just going to say, Payback overall, I really enjoyed it for the wrestling.
Oh yeah,
my God, it's solid.
If you go and watch it, just skip over the McMahon section, and it's a fantastic pay-per-view. Really good matches. Unfortunately, you can't help an injury happening; they will happen. But apart from that, just really good matches overall.
4 out of 5
All
stars.
of them had storyline. Yeah. All of them have repercussions coming out of them, and that's what you need. Unlike WrestleMania, because that just didn't matter.
No,
nothing mattered coming out of WrestleMania.
No. Of the biggest show of the year.
Yeah.
No.
Like, US title. They just redid the same match in the pre-show and the pay-per-view. Intercontinental titles already changed hands and that guy's now nowhere to be seen.
Yeah. They need to get that belt back up to where it was. Cena took it up to heights. To heights.
Made it matter.
Heights. It made it matter.
They gave it to Del Rio and then they lost their way.
They just put it all the way back down to the pre-show where it just doesn't mean anything anymore. So, but Payback was good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. 4 out of 5 stars. I'll give it. Definitely, it was a good wrestling show.
Yeah, I wouldn't kick it out of bed.
No, but yeah,
I'd even make it breakfast the next day.
Make it breakfast. Maybe take it out for the day.
Yeah,
spoil it a little.
Yeah. WrestleMania was the one and done. I'm not going to see WrestleMania again. Payback, me and Payback, we might carry on talking and then we might see how things go.
Yeah.
See, I don't like this star system. I'm doing this dating system. This is
I like it.
This is my score.
This is how we were going to review our future pay-per-views. Whether we take it out on the next day, just breakfast in bed, or maybe lunch as well.
Or is it a quick shag behind an alley?
Yeah.
Right.
That's how we're going to rate stuff.
Good.
I like it.
What in general? Like when a waiter comes over, how was your meal? I'll give it a hand job.
I will kick out of bed.
Oh, right, we're hilarious. Now,
so
Raw, what
Raw
happens?
is war.
So it can sometimes be a war to get through.
Raw is war.
Yes, let's start off with the McMahons then, because it's the new era starts with Stephanie McMahon coming out, and she's got a little bag. Shane comes out. She gives Shane the picture that Vince stamped on. Stephanie is trying to be a babyface, which I don't get why. Like, she's co-owner of Raw. Why does that mean she wants to pretend being good? My only thing is, like, she's just kind of jealous of Shane. Like, getting all the sort of cheers and stuff, and she just wants to get some cheers. Which makes her just insecure.
She's just trying to get around him. And I think booking wise, she's just trying to get around him so she can get what she wants.
But then the segment is saved because Kevin Owens comes out.
Oh,
Kevin Owens gets to have a little bit of a chat. It's just like, I don't care what either of your ideas is. My idea is I get an Intercontinental title match.
Yeah.
And then the music hits, and then out walks Cesaro. Banan with the microphone. And then, of course, which is quite funny actually, because this was the first match, I believe, after WrestleMania as well. Was Cesaro for Kevin Owens with the Intercontinental #1 contendership.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much the same thing I think happened in the Raw after WrestleMania. But I don't care because these two are just goddamn phenomenal.
Yep.
Yeah, put on fantastic match. Miz is on commentary. And it sort of falls apart when Kevin Owens tries hitting Cesaro with the title belt. But Miz pulls it back. Cesaro hits Kevin Owens, sees Miz standing there, and just can't help but hit that smug face. They get in the ring, Miz attacks, they beat down Cesaro. Sami Zayn, of course, appears. Big little reaction there.
Big little reaction.
Big little reaction there. Sami Zayn gets in, and actually gets to stand tall. He manages to get the best of Owens, hits a haluva kick. Have you actually seen the haluva kick on Raw?
I don't recall.
No. That's basically his big boot into the corner, which is apparently his finisher, but I don't remember seeing it on Raw, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he hits that on Owens, goes to hit it on Miz, Marie sort of pulls him away, and sort of Sammy's left in the ring, and Sammy is he is basically the second coming of Daniel Bryan.
He is.
And he does that huge babyface thing, he just sees the title on the floor, can't help but slowly pick it up, and So that's the direction we're going. I am super happy with all four of these guys to carry on this feud.
Yeah, damn right. It's a tough one for me. Like Sami Zayn or Owens.
I know. Or Cesaro.
I love them both. Cesaro, I think he should be main eventing. I think Cesaro's proven himself enough. He needs to be main eventing.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of mic work and you're there. I think he'd be a really good European WWE champion.
Definitely.
He could do wonders. And people are behind him. Let's do it.
Yeah, so that's good. We've got our direction for our Intercontinental title. Tag titles, you have the New Day come out. Again, promo is fantastic. Best moment is Big E messing up and going, but I think I got away with that. Nobody noticed. We're good. So the crowd just like, yeah, we'll let you off. Any other person does that, it would be you fucked up.
Yeah.
The New Day do it, it's like, it's good, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just because they're just like, screw it, I admit it. Messed up, but I don't think they saw. Yes. And they talk about Enzo, show that he's alright.
Yeah.
Show you some pictures of him, they sort of send their love. He even gets a nice little Enzo Amore, Enzo Amore. Little chant going. Vaudevillains come out and say, well, a real man would have stood back up. Ooh. There's some nice, really good mic work from the Vaudevillains. Then, shockingly, they're interrupted by the Dudley Boys.
Yeah.
Because I assume the programs would have been Dudley's, Enzo and Kaz.
Yep.
So I'm assuming they would have interfered, but we won't know.
No.
So they sort of say their piece, but then Enzo and Kaz's music hits. And old Big Kaz comes out and actually shows off his mic skills by himself. And he's just like, well, you basically hurt my brother, so I'm gonna beat you up.
Yeah.
Goes in the ring and starts beating them up.
Good on him.
And then literally turns into a really good four-man tag. New Day and Big Kaz versus Dudleys and Vaudevillains.
Yeah.
How much did you see the clip forms of the wins?
Yeah. The hell of a pop.
Yeah.
When they thought Enzo was coming out. But
yeah.
Still. Kept going, even though it just kept Big Kaz.
And in the match, like, Kaz was getting over and he was getting, like, huge reactions when he got tagged in.
Saw bits.
The Bubba Ray Dudley is so underrated. I'd like to see a thing between him and Kevin Owens. There's quite a lot in there, like, personality-wise. Because, like, the Dudleys, literally, they were wrestling this as they were, like, teaching the Vaudevillains. So basically, the Vaudevillains are wrestling, and he's like, no, that's not how you do it. Bring him over here. Turn him around. That's it. And then, like, he'd get in the ring and go, look, you pick him up, you put the arm across the face. You pick him up, put the arm across the face. Do you get it? And he's just, like, teaching the Vaudevillains. And, like, the Vaudevillains will look at this going, yes, interesting, master. And just like these, and they're just working together really well.
That's brilliant.
That was fantastic. Big Kaz gets the pin to a huge ovation, and don't know where we're actually going from here. So it looks like these guys are in the mix. Well, they could, I suppose, keep a sort of 4-man rivalry going, but they can't really do that for the titles. No. So unless that's just a couple of week things, we get like some sort of triple threat.
Yeah.
At Payback.
I don't think they're taking the straps off those guys just yet.
No. Because I don't know how quick. I don't think Enzo's going to be. Because there's only 3 weeks to the next pay per view. I don't think Enzo's back for that.
No.
So I'd say they'd do some sort of triple threat with New Day, Dudleys, and Vaudevillains.
Yeah. But
again, I'm happy. Like anything the New Day does, I'm happy with. And the fact they're working with the Vaudevillains and the Dudleys, you can't really go wrong there.
No. Good on New Day.
Anything actually matter on Raw apart from that?
I don't think it did. From what I saw, I was watching the highlights, but no standouts storyline wise.
Becky Lynch and Emma got to have a nice match.
Yeah,
good solid match. Emma gets the win on
she
Raw.
Does.
To an eye poke,
and she gets a little backstage interview as well.
Yes,
from what I saw, and maybe something's happening there with Emma.
So well done with her. Glad she's getting pushed up because. The Divas Revolution started with Paige and Emma. It was their match at crowning the first ever NXT Women's Champion. That's what started it. And then unfortunately, as Charlotte and Sasha and Bayley started coming up, Paige had already been. Oh my god, the main roster's awful. Quick, bring Paige onto the main roster.
Yeah.
And she had some really good moments with AJ Lee, but then there was the rest of
it's kind of like
the people that messed everything up.
Yeah, kind of like petered off, and
it's
shame, really. But Emma gets a win.
Looks like the Natty and Charlotte thing is continuing. Oh, yes. Natty even hit the sharpshooter on Nate.
On Nate, I saw that. Yeah.
They literally got... Little Nate came out and was like, I like Ric Flair, but I didn't mean to do it. Go away, Nate. Little Nate. And that's basically... They wrote off the Charles Robinson thing like that.
Yeah.
Natty takes out Charlotte and then Ric Flair.
I love how he starts getting ready.
He's gonna beat the shit out of a woman, yeah.
Natty versus Flair.
And then Natty slaps him and hits the sharpshooter.
Good on her. Good girl.
Which is good. And we get Stephanie McMahon sort of being face in the back saying their match is going to be a submission match. Which, that's much better. Ric Flair's banned from ringside.
Good.
These two girls can just go out there. They're finishes a submission, so this doesn't handicap them in the slightest.
Yep.
There's some guys that not having their impact finisher would really affect. These two girls doesn't affect them. They can literally go out and tell a nice story.
Yeah, definitely.
Happy with that. I think Apollo Crews might have won a match or something. No, there was the US title battle royale. Which shockingly had so much potential for Titus O'Neil returned.
Did he?
Was that not there? Yeah. Literally they played Titus O'Neil's theme music. He came out, got in the Rumble in the Battle Royale and was eliminated at some point.
Oh, blimey. All I saw of that was the ending, obviously, where it come down to Zack Ryder.
Yeah. Well, they had so much in a Battle Royale. You can make story happen, but they did nothing. The only stories that really mattered was the League of Nations, sort of. It was just... They officially broke up on SmackDown. And this was just them sort of fighting each other.
Yeah.
Both Rusev and Del Rio worked together and got rid of Sheamus.
Yeah.
Then, of course, Del Rio went out, and then Zack Ryder was left. And that was a nice little moment. Zack Ryder and Rusev. And Rusev getting it, which I think that's literally what we need to do. This is the reset button. Because John Cena won the US title off of Rusev. Put it back on Rusev. Let's just go back to this.
I think they're going to put it on Rusev. Cena's going to come back at the end of May.
In the new era!
This brand new era with new stories and everything. Yeah. I'd imagine they're going to put it back on Cena when he's back. Because I don't think they're going to have anything story-wise in the main events.
The new era! The Montreal Screwjob finish.
Yeah.
The new...
I think they missed their US title matches and Raws.
Oh, yeah. It does hurt. Because it's so much better just having a random match for a title that could they beat Cena?
Yeah.
compared to just like, well, this is a match between Fandango and Connor from the Ascension.
Yeah.
Good. Oh yes, there was the Goldust and R-Truth thing.
So
Still, it's been going on a while now.
So Fandango and Goldust.
Yeah, so basically they couldn't come to terms, so then they both got their own partners. R-Truth, of course, got Tyler Breeze, and fantastically, R-Truth literally has a stick that he's duct taped his phone to.
And he's trying to pose.
Yep. And then you've got Fandango and Goldust, and that just makes Goldust's leg move.
Yeah.
And then you get a really awkward match of just like Fandango and R-Truth trying to get Goldust's attention, while Tyler Breeze just wants to win a match.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I think Tyler Breeze comes off as just a normal, arrogant person here. He was just like, I just want to win this match. Well, like, everyone else is concerned with, like, who they're teaming up with.
Taking selfies. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a stupid, low-card comedy thing.
Story.
This is Perry Saturn with a mop.
Yeah.
This
finally back.
Yeah, it's something you need. Just a little break.
Yeah.
Wrestling is a circus. You need all different types of performers and acts to make it whole.
Yeah.
You need this. I enjoyed Test back in the day, having a group of people called Testicles.
Yeah.
Hurricane, one of the most popular characters of all time.
Flying in around backstage. It's little, because 6 months to a year ago, we didn't have any stories going on, apart from like the main event and maybe IC. But we finally got all these little things going on. It just make up so much more of the show.
As much as like, I don't think there was anything on Raw that just had nothing to it. Everything was leading towards a title or some sort of story. Yeah.
Which is about damn time.
Yeah. So the main event itself was the six-man tag, Bullet Club versus the Oos Club. Just
so this and Usos are now getting booed, aren't they?
Yes. Well, they've been getting booed for a while now.
Yeah. They're so stale, dude.
They are exactly the same as Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
They are colourful, they appeal to kids, they're good marketing, and they're just boring.
So boring.
They're just generic. Their slogan on the shirts of "Play in the paint."
It's when their music hits, I just
Oh,
it's so.
And they're backstage saying, "Yo, oh yeah, man, it's all you man, you're gonna just
yeah, shut up.
Just talk like a normal person.
Yeah,
right?
just
same for you, Roman Reigns. Just like, I challenge you. We are now together. Can all the three of you verse me and the two? Because I am the all, and I will take them. Just let him talk.
Yeah.
I don't like you. I'm gonna beat the living beep out of you. Not just make him have to try and fit in these catchphrases and unnatural lines. And, But the main point, this was a decent match, and then it led to the main event segment of the Bullet Club have Reigns. They give AJ the chair, and they're just like, go on, we've got him, just lay into him, and AJ just can't do it. He doesn't want to take the shortcut. He wants to do it himself, throws down the chair, and is like trying to talk to Doc and Luke and Carl Anderson. The Usos then just hit AJ with a chair. The back just like, that knocks AJ out. The Usos and the Bullet Club brawl out the way. No, sorry, they don't. The Usos clear the ring of the Bullet Club. And then AJ wants to get a bit of revenge. He just got hit by a chair. Hits both the Usos with a chair.
Yep.
And Roman Reigns, in probably some of his actual best emotive and actions, like there's rage on his face.
You hit my cousins.
Yeah. And personal. He just beats the living shit out of AJ Styles, including a terrifying throwing powerbomb through the table.
Yeah, it's getting personal now.
Yeah.
I'm glad this feud's continuing, because that means we get another match.
Yeah. This is working. This is the first time that Roman Reigns has showed any sign of emotion.
Yeah.
This is what it needs.
I can kind of see them sticking them in a cage at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, to try and keep out the other factors.
Yeah.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, I call that now. But
no, I'm happy with the the way of the title match. I'm happy with the direction it's going. Them having a rematch.
Yeah.
I just wish McMahon's can just stay out of it. That's would be nice. They can do their own thing.
They can. So looking at it though, like WWE is getting better.
Oh,
like from where we were post Mania, it's definitely been a change.
From just authority and just
it's definitely been a change. Not as much as I'd like as with the McMahons, but
no. But
overall, like the wrestling, the wrestlers, the stories coming together. Overall, I feel a lot better about it than I did a few months ago. I was at a point
the
where
fact they're putting in stories, they're all getting a bit more promo time. That also means they're not so much just pointless matches where they're just really hurting their bodies just for nothing, for no reaction. Everything has a meaning, and that's what it needs.
It's keeping me watching it, because I was at a point where I was like, post-Mania, if it hasn't changed, I'm probably going to stop for a few months.
Yeah.
But this has kept me in more than ever. Like, I'm interested now, so yeah, it's good.
Good. If the McMahons can keep their storyline to themselves and just leave the wrestlers, because that's the thing. This is the first time McMahons have not been involved with the main event.
Yeah.
Like, this match has happened despite them just whatever they do.
Yeah.
And it's just been refreshing just having two wrestlers wanting to fight over a WWE Championship.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
It should be about.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. Anything more to add today, dude?
Can I think of anything? Just on YouTube, they've started putting up some fantastic qualifying matches that were done in like Progress Wrestling and that.
Got your link. Yeah.
Have you had a chance to watch it yet?
Not yet,
oh my god!
I shall be.
That Zack Sabre Jr. is just, you cannot praise him enough. His skills are just literally amazing. You're going to see stuff in that match that you've never seen before, like the We are British. I trained for British wrestling. Not being overly arrogant, but we are known as some of the best technical wrestlers in the world. That's why two of the head guys in the Performance Centre are William Regal and Robbie Brookside, two amazing British wrestlers.
What does that say?
And then one of them, of course, was Fit Finlay from years ago.
They're training in one of the biggest companies in the world. What does that say?
Yeah. So
makes you proud.
That's why we're there. And from what I've seen, they've put up 3 matches in total, which they put up 3 like highlights of matches. They're about 2 to 3 minutes each.
Yeah.
And they're just really phenomenal. I cannot wait for this cruiserweight tournament on the network. It's so worth it.
I'll tell you what, this network, it's really starting to be worth its money. Like, it's getting better and better.
Like, I've 100% from the beginning thought it was worth it for NXT and monthly pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I thought that was worth £10 a month.
Yeah.
The fact you can get really good stuff like enjoy like Table for Free, just the back catalogue. The fact I don't have to buy old DVDs.
Like right now on the screen, I've got Monday Night Raw from May 21st, 2001. The back catalogue, as you say, it's just incredible. And the new shows coming up, like Holy Foley.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Reality show, if you haven't heard, on the Foley family, Mick Foley. I can't wait.
I haven't got a chance to watch Can't WWE yet. Have you watched an episode, or say?
Yeah. I heard that this show was coming out, and then I sat and watched the show. Before going in, I thought it was just honestly a kid's show. And when Vince starts dropping the words like female genitalia and the F-bombs, I was completely thrown off. But it's hilarious because you get like Ric Flair humping a tree and then having sex with a bear for some weird reason. They depict John Cena as a child. It's so stupid, dude.
Oh, what, Stephanie and Triple H are like the older counsellor kids?
They are the counsellors, and Vince is like ruling the roost, and there's a big giant Hell in a Cell over the camp for some reason. It's nuts. I think they were on crack when they made this. But it's worth checking out.
And they're definitely going out their way on TV to say, this is for mature audience, or parental things on the WWE Network.
Everything else will stay PG. Don't worry.
Because I do feel that maybe they might have forgotten to really advertise that, because on a PG network, that you're suddenly then putting this cartoon on.
Yeah. 18 rated cartoon. It's funny.
I'm just really sad they took off Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling.
Oh, did they take it off?
That was, the old Hulk Hogan cartoon.
Oh.
Mainly because A, well, Hulk Hogan. B, it was actually quite racist anyway.
Yeah.
Because it was an 80s cartoon with characters like the Iron Sheik, and Mr. Fuji, they're gonna be portrayed how people saw them in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I don't know if you've heard as well. Podcast front, Mick Foley is stepping in.
Yeah, what's Mick Foley's doing as Shane McMahon?
He's doing a tell-all with Shane McMahon. And at first, I was like, why isn't Austin doing it?
That's what I was thinking.
I listened to one of Austin's podcasts today, and he just said he's got some prior engagements.
Yeah.
Shoulder surgery, something like that has come into play. That's the only reason. But Mick Foley's doing it anyway instead, so it should be quite cool.
Yeah, it'd be interesting seeing
Maybe
how he
if
does
they
in the
will
hosting.
go into detail about why Shane left and what he's been doing since he left, the state of the company.
It is a hard thing to do, because, like, as far as I know, at this point in time, Shane literally has nothing to do with the company. He is an on-screen character.
He's an on-screen character, yeah.
So I am interested, are they going to play kayfabe, or are they going to do what they did with Vince and just do, like, a straight-up interview?
Straight up. I'd like to think they do straight up.
I hope so, because, like,
if they
hearing
do it,
a
then
fake Shane McMahon, I'm here to save the company thing, that's not that interesting.
No. No.
But hearing Shane, like, what you actually been doing? What were you like when they sort of said, come back and fight The Undertaker?
Yeah. Come on, tell us what's in the lockbox, Shane.
Yeah.
I want to know what's in this lockbox. Oh, man. But yeah, I'm enjoying the network. It's good.
And Table for Three.
Table for Three. I'd like to see Legends House come back.
A new series of that.
Yeah, I'd like to
because they were sitting on that way before the network opened.
Yeah.
Because it was when they were trying to actually make a channel happen, and that fell through.
And that was one of the first things advertised.
I've really enjoyed the ride-alongs as well. They've been interesting.
Yeah, Dean and Reigns on in one. I like that.
Really weird one, like the New Day, and then Big E like putting his feet out.
His
the
feet
window.
out.
It's like really flexible for a big muscly man.
Yeah.
Uncomfortably so, because that's just crotch right there.
One I could hardly watch was when Buddy Blondie
Summer Rae
was on her phone.
I know, it's not a thing in America.
I know there's straight roads out there, but my God.
But then there's other things, like the fact they have to put like up a little curtain so that they can't see out the back of the car.
That is so they don't blind people behind them. Like, because there's a massive light in there. And I think that's shining out the back. People by driving behind, it might be a bit distracting.
Yeah, but that also does concern me to a certain extent then. The fact they're driving with massive light in their face.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sensitive to driving stuff. It's like,
just stick them on a table.
Obey the rules,
yeah.
But yeah, we have rambled on for a while. I think we'll wrap this up.
We have just gone over the hour mark.
That's general.
We always try and stick to about an hour. We don't want to, you guys, busy lives, you don't want to sit listening to us for 2 hours. So we try and stick to about an hour.
Or you could make it go to 3 hours. No, we won't. We'll never do that.
No,
we're too lazy.
We are, but we will try and do another one of these soon. We
will do it on the date.
Approximately. Yeah. No, as I said in the last podcast, I really want to try and do, because I did one the other day, a predictions video. I want to try and get you doing them as well.
Which in that predictions video you said you'd text me and ask me to do a video, which that text never happened, did it?
I know.
Did it, Lee?
Because when I watched it back, I was like, fuck, I didn't text him. Idiot. Idiot!
So now you just make me look like a jerk that, Lee asked him to do it and he didn't make a video.
I'm putting it out there now, so I brought it up. I apologise for not actually texting Ricky.
What a jerk. He didn't want to play along with me.
We're so bad at this. We're so bad.
We're getting better. If you tell us what you want to hear.
But the plan is for me to do a predictions video. Ricky does a predictions video. Whoever gets it right, or the most right, gets the belt. I'm going to probably try and buy a belt or make one. And then the loser does forfeits. Nothing crazy. Just a funny little forfeit. Just a little sacrifice. Yeah.
You're going to take your best possession and burn it.
Burn it in front of me
or
while
stab
I
it.
cry my eyes out. Yeah. Just throw my TV out.
Good, I'm glad you admit you're going to lose. Good. You just resign yourself to failing and making this belt for me to hold. Good.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Of course,
always.
I've been here.
Yeah, you've been here in our flying fortress.
Yes, overlooking London in our suits. Not just
we wear
like
suits every time
stuff,
for these podcasts that you don't see us on. We like to look smart. But yeah, It's been great.
Until next time, like, subscribe, share, and TTFN.
Ciao for now, peeps.
Peeps.